Hey.
Hey, welcome to Be Real, More Than Skin Deep. We've got Dr. Ali Boudreau and myself here. And today we were thinking about talking about laugh lines and um, expression lines, those even the smoking lines, all the fun stuff that people hate when to show up. Ali, I just want to hear, like, are you, because this is our first time using this particular streaming thing to do this. Allie, can I hear
That's
you?
right. Can you hear me? Testing one, two, three. I'm getting better light. I promise you. I have technology.
Oh, you need your ring light.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me shoot. I can't actually hear Allie.
You can't hear me.
You know
You
what,
can't
guys?
hear me?
I'm gonna stop this and restart. Allie, or maybe, yeah, let's do that. Let's stop.
Okay.
Or actually, hold on. I'm gonna I'm gonna remove myself. Allie, you stay. Okay.
Okay. I'm staying. I'm here. So I'm not sure if there's anybody out there in internet land, but we are talking about laugh lines and skincare and all that good stuff. I've got my little bee hat on, little that says "Be kind." If you can see it, probably backwards on there. I am just about to give a bee tour, but I wanted to check in with Stephanie, and we are talking about some really fun stuff. We're going to be talking every Monday at this time, approximately, about different things about let's be real. So things fake versus real, and how we can be a little more a natural beauty, if you will, and different products that's going to help us out with that. So we are just waiting for Miss Stephanie to check in. We last week, if you missed us, we talked about lashes. I love lashes. So basically, the extensions and the crazy things people do to get gorgeous lashes. And we talked about natural castor oil and other things you can do. And this week we are talking about plastic surgery, things people do in terms of the laugh lines and the little facial wrinkles and all of that. So Stephanie should be coming back in any minute. A little about us. She is on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast. We met through a networking group. She is an esthetician and she loves to do skincare in terms of how to do healing properties, if you will. And I'm a beekeeper that works in a chiropractic office. And so beekeeping is my nonprofit passion. And I work in a chiropractic office where we do all sorts of stuff like laser, red light therapy, shockwave, all that good stuff. So anyway, just killing time, Miss Stephanie. Because I saw we were live. So
I still can't hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, now I can't. Now I can't hear you. I can't hear you now at all. Oh my gosh. So I'm the show today. I
Wait, hold on.
can't.
There we go. Can you hear me
Oh
now?
wait, now I can hear you. I can hear you now. This is
Okay.
very entertaining. Technology. I can hear
Exactly.
you. Can you hear
Technology
me?
with Allie and stuff. Not so good. Yes, I can hear you.
It's Mercury retrograde. Woo
Woohoo!
woo! For those hippies out there. Yeah. I was
Exactly.
just chit-chatting on how you are the beautiful East Coast and I'm the West Coast, and how we are just talking about things fake versus real. And we're just
Yeah.
chit-chatting. And I'm wearing a little bee hat today because I am a beekeeper in the afternoons and I give little bee tours. So I've got my little Be Kind hat on. But Stephanie and I were just chit-chatting about laugh lines. What do people do? The crazy things that they do to get gorgeous skin. Right now, believe it or not, I don't have much makeup on. I have sunscreen, a little bit of eye makeup, just a tiny bit of eyeliner. But I'm in my 50s and very proud to show you off my skin. Stephanie's a part of my journey. So there we go.
Exactly. Yeah. I have nothing on other than sunscreen and moisturizer.
And clothes. We have clothes on.
And
Woot,
clothes. Yes. We have our clothes.
woot. So we're, we're
um,
we're very casual, loving girls, and we're just hanging out. We were chit chatting about things fake versus real, and we're like, you know what, we should kind of educate some people on some stuff and just girl time, right? So
Exactly.
let's be real. Please don't hate us for being beautiful, but let's jump in. Let's do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. My business is called Natural Beauties, and I try to educate and help people become able to embrace their natural beauty. So if we're talking laugh lines and even the smoking lines that even people who don't have never smoked eventually a lot of times get, whether it's because they drink out of straws or just they pucker their face, they make funny faces, like,
They're
yeah,
I can't do it.
doing the duck face thing for
I
pictures,
can't
right?
do it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the
uh,
duck face, the selfies of,
yeah.
I can't do it. Can you?
But yeah, like a lot of times people look at that and they start to see these lines and they freak out because the lip lines particularly are one of the first that
Yeah.
really start to come and be apparent to people, and people kind of freak out. These ones, depending on how much of a facial expression you have. But one thing
Yeah.
I like to say is everyone is going to get lines. You're going to get wrinkles. You're going to get lines. It is part of life. And you can either embrace them and learn to love them, because in all honesty, especially expression lines like our smile lines, that means you smiled. It means you lived a good
Yes.
life. You enjoyed
You're
and had fun.
laughing. Come on.
So there's
Yeah.
nothing to be ashamed of there. But of course, there are things we can do to improve it. So, especially we were thinking, obviously most common as far as like what people jump to is like thinking of, oh, I think I might need filler, I might need some Botox
Oh,
or
yeah, the
whatever.
injections, right? And
Yes,
kind of fill
yes.
it in.
And especially, and it's funny because I'm like Ali said, I'm East Coast, so I feel like there's less people doing that than there was before. But every so often, it like all of a sudden people will surprise you and like, oh, we're having a Botox party, and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're out in Cali, and I'm sure you're
I
kind of
am. I'm Silicon
bombarded.
Valley. I
Yeah.
am I've seen it. I mean, there's all sorts of things that we do. It's interesting. So I see all sorts of good stuff, the good, the bad, and the ugly, just living around here. Anything goes, I love to
Mm-hmm.
people watch, and you do see some botch jobs. You do.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like you think you're going to try something, and whether it's your body has a reaction to the things they're putting in your face, or
Yeah.
it's just
Just
not
not uncomfortable.
a good fit, right? You never know what's going to happen, so that's a little scary.
Nope.
So yeah, I kind of wanted to share a few alternative ways that we can exercise the muscles in that area. There's exercises and face yoga, and people might think that it feels a little crazy, but at the same time, if you think of it, our face has so many muscles. If you look at like one of those drawings of facial muscles, there's so many facial muscles that if you don't work, what's going to happen? Your skin's going to sag. If you lose weight,
It's
what's going to
gonna.
happen? Your face is going to sag. Gravity happens, life. So if you exercise those muscles, the muscles get strong, which is the ultimate foundation of your skin. And then it's going to protect it. It's going to help it look tighter, toner, all the good things. And
I gotta jump in real quick because
yeah.
Stephanie, you're talking about facial muscles. So because I work in a chiropractic office, a lot of people have some issues coming in. They might have TMJ, or they're sleeping with their mouth open or whatever. So I was watching something recently in terms of facial muscles. People aren't chewing their food as much. So a lot of people, especially if they're reducing their weight, they're drinking protein shakes, which is awesome. They're getting in the calories, whatever, but they're not exercising and chewing their mouth, like chew, chew, chew. Back in the olden days, the caveman era, we would gnaw on bones and we would chew. and that would exercise the muscles. So you also get that where people are just chewing or very soft foods or swallowing, and they're not exercising their face.
Which actually, that's really funny. So first off, as a kid, my dad, I don't know if it was like a military rule or something, but like for the I remember at dinner time sometimes when he was home, he would be like, make sure you chew your food. Like it was like 17 or 20 chews per bite. And so he'd be like, and it became a joke with us. Like we'd sit there and like count as we're chewing. So that's kind of funny. But there's also, it dawned on me, there's a woman from, I educate on doTERRA essential oils. And one of the women I know, she loves like all the like wellness hacks, and like she will try everything she finds on Amazon. And she has this like, it's like this mouth exerciser that you put in your mouth and you bite it, you go like this, and it like totally works these muscles. And it is so funny, but it does work. I have to say.
It works. And also don't be a gum chewer. Don't think you chew gum and that's going to do the same thing. It's not. Gum, lose the gum. Don't choose the gum. Yeah.
But yeah, there's.
So are we gonna do some yoga? What are we doing?
Fun, silly exercise. I'm gonna walk you through a couple crazy things, and you can do along or whatever. The first one, what we're gonna do is you might not want to do this if you haven't washed your hands, but we're gonna massage the insides, basically the insides of our mouth, like right in here. So we're gonna put our thumbs on the inside of our mouth, or one side at a time, I guess. And then you're just gonna, I'm trying to figure out how to do this right. You're just gonna
sweep how to describe it when you have a finger in your mouth.
When you have your finger in your mouth,
so
how to do it politely.
Walk me through it. So I put my finger in my mouth. What do I do? Or my thumb. This is actually
put your thumb in your mouth, and the other finger, like your index finger, is just gonna sweep up your jaw here. Okay, here we go. So.
Okay. All right. No blackmail photos.
And basically you'll feel that like massaging the muscle inside your cheek, and it's like a deeper massage, and this is just waking up the muscle, increasing the circulation. And you can switch to the other side now. It's going to increase that circulation, it's going to increase the blood flow, it's going to help produce collagen and all the good stuff. So you do that about 10 times each side.
Why do we want collagen? Tell me why.
Because that plumps up our skin and keeps it healthy and youthful. So that you would do about 10 times. And then what we're going to do is just take 2 fingers and just kind of like smooth them up those lines. So, and you can do this, you just massaging it like this, and it's just going to, again, wake up those muscles. And you could do this for about a minute. And another thing is you want to relax your jaw. If you're tightening your jaw, that really deepens those lines. So if you find yourself, if you're a clencher, I clench my jaw when I'm stressed. Thinking to like open that up and relax that is going to make the lines hurt less. So the next one is really fun. So you're going to puff up your face like a puffer fish. So you're going to like, and you're just going to tap.
I'm sorry.
Seriously, I feel like a lunatic. But
I'm such a kid.
Were you popping?
I'm such a dork.
I'm trying to maximize time and hitting both sides of my face at the same time. So again, do that a couple times. And then so then we're going to do more pufferfish moves. But
we love pufferfish.
Right? So you're going to puff up your face and put your fingers on your lip. So you'll like this.
On the upper
lip. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to have like it's like basically you're puffing up this lip. And then you're going to lift your chin too. So you'll feel a stretch here, You're going to feel the puff up
Oh,
of
yeah.
their cheeks and straightening out of those muscles, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could also just do it where you puff up your cheeks and you're just going to move the air. You're going to go like to one side and then the other side. And you want to hold it for like 5 seconds. So. And then we're going to do our upper lip. So like move the air up to your upper lip.
This takes skills. Okay, let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do that.
And then move it to your bottom.
I can do that.
And this is the joy of doing facial yoga on internet with your friend across the country.
I can't do the top, but I can do the bottom.
So those are just a couple of the exercises, and honestly, you can kind of pick and choose. But if you even just picked one of those, like we didn't even do them full out. We didn't even do them full out. Like what would be one full rep?
And I feel it's like more full. Yeah.
Right. You can feel your muscles. You can feel that they're more awake. The other thing you can do is, again, do the thumb in there and using 2 fingers. Just after you've warmed everything up, after you've done all these things, you're going to use a little bit more pressure and really lift. You're going to be like lifting up. So like this. Yeah. I think you want your fingers a little closer to your like actual nasolabial folds. You have your mouth is skinnier than mine.
It's petite.
For your faces, you've got like skinnier cheeks,
And
it feels so good. Like actually, I remember one time I went to the chiropractor and he actually did like adjustments in my mouth. Like he put on gloves and adjusted like the roof of my mouth the way in back. Yeah. And
I love the Muncie technique.
So good. And every so often I just do it to myself. I'm just like,
Yeah. The Muncie technique is awesome because they get their fingers and they go way, way back in there. Yes. And it clears things out. It is literally life-changing if you've never had it, especially if you are a jaw clencher or have TMJ or some stress in here. It really opens up, especially the nasal passage. And yeah.
So yeah, those are some very silly moves, but within a few minutes every day, if like I challenge everybody to like just do a couple of these moves every day for the next week, and let's see where our faces are. Right?
Easy. And you could even do some of them like if you're stopped at a stop sign, nobody's looking, and you're like,
right? Exactly.
No one cares.
Yeah, do it while you're driving and like stopped at a stop sign. Yes.
Well, I mean, you're stopped at a stop sign, or you just.
But you could be doing the puffer face while you're driving. You could,
or even in the shower.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like when you gargle with I'm an aggressive gargler.
Oh, when you gargle, like.
Yeah, like I literally will put my stuff in and I'm like, so it's, to kill two birds with one stone.
Beauty, are you kidding? Oh yeah, so the whole point of it is avoid the knife. Don't have surgery. Please don't. It's not worth it. It's temporary. And then you have all this other stuff that you have to worry about. Just embrace who you are.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, there's also that mindset too of like just where when you do one thing, suddenly you feel like you have to do all these other things because,
Right. And it can be, naming no names, but I've had a friend growing up, she's pretty addicted to plastic surgery. And, I don't recognize her. I mean, she does lifts, everything's changed. And, I mean, I think plastic surgery is amazing if it's needed. Like if you really do need it, like if your eyes need it,
like
in terms of your vision's being impaired or maybe it's infecting how you eat or function in your day-to-day life. But I
or even like like if you have to have breast reconstructive because of cancer or something like that, like that,
Yes.
some people choose not to, but some people don't
Yes.
feel like a woman. So there's reasons for it.
Yeah.
There's
I
purposes.
yeah, I had a double mastectomy and I had some surgeries done and it was more for my health. So I would still be here today doing facial yoga.
Right?
But
So
I
yeah,
wouldn't recommend it unless you really need it. Yeah.
exactly. And there's
Yeah.
so many ways to address things. And this is just one. So yeah, if you ever need more guidance, I'm here for you. If
Right.
and so we both are really, and there's lots of
Always.
different ways, and we're just going to each week be talking about something new and fun that we come across or that we want to discuss with you, and how to look at it with a more natural objective, because that's what we are some natural beauties.
Yeah. Don't hate us because we're gorgeous,
Right.
Well, the whole point of it is we just want to bring positive and love and light to the world, right? We just want to make it easy, and we know life is crazy. There's inflation, there's stress. I mean, both of us, we need to clone ourselves. But I think it's important that we just have a little window of time just to talk about things that we talk about, just to kind of give hope. And the fact that you can literally do this for free wherever you are, and it gives you a little pick me up, if you will.
Yeah. And I have to say also, it's kind of, like I said, it's exercise for your face. Well, it also gives you that excited, how like after you exercise, you're energized.
It feels good.
Like my face is kind of like zinging, like it's like excited. It's that like,
it's awake.
All the cells are dancing in my face,
Yeah, no, and instead of just like, you take powdered collagen and then you inject whatever, this is activity and this empowers you that you can do this whenever, and then you can teach others, and it's fun and silly. But honestly, you could just do it in the bathroom when you're brushing your teeth or whatever. No one knows really, hardly any time.
And the beauty of it is you can start it at any point. You can start it when you're young. You can start it when you're older, when you're already seeing those things, or you can start it before.
Yeah.
And, Lord knows what'll happen, right? But yeah, we're here to be real, have some fun, and share.
Yeah, let's get real.
Share our.
Thank you, Miss Stephanie. I appreciate you so much. Say hi to the East Coast for me.
Will do. Same there. Have fun on your bee tour.
Yeah, we have this really cute family coming over. They won my bee. It's called Be a Beekeeper at an auction for a school. Nice. So I was one of the prizes, and it's going to be lots of fun introducing a little family to some honeybees.
Honeybees and how to be kind.
That's right. I got my little Be Kind hat just because, you sense the bee thing. Yeah. So it's so fun. We're so lucky, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we will be here pretty much every week on Monday, 4:30 East Coast, 1:30 West Coast time, Pacific.
Excellent math.
I'm building that like world clock in my brain. I now can do England and West Coast all,
and if you have a topic you want to talk about, you want to be a guest on our show, come on down, because it doesn't matter where you live. Just give us a ping, hit us up, and we'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah.
Okay, my dear.
Have a wonderful Monday. Chat soon.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.